think some of the main takeaways from this session was that cybersecurity is still, and software security in particular, is still an area in rapid development. So there are still big problems to solve. There are still a lot of security issues that we have to work with. But on the other hand, there are also promising solutions, and there are ways that we can explore in order to actually try and come to grips with these problems and in turn solve them, but certainly work on them and mitigate them. There are at least two interesting tracks, or two important tracks to follow in security, and it's one of them is educational and the other is research and development. So from the educational point of view, it's really important that almost anyone working with IT or being educated in IT has some relation to IT. They have to have some at least basic appreciation of the main problems in IT security. Not necessarily software security, but certainly in IT security, because security is a holistic problem. So it's not just technological, it's also human or organizational. The other track is, of course, the technological development, and there are a lot of very promising techniques. Some of them are actually quite old, but in recent years we've seen that they are finally slowly starting to scale, maybe not to sort of big web applications or server applications, but certainly to small specialized security critical, safety critical systems. It is actually possible to do formally mathematically proven systems. And when all of that is said, of course, we also need to take into account what do we do if something happens. So this is not so much educational or research, but we have to think disaster recovery. What can we do when it happens? Because at some point, even our best intentions and our best security will be broken. So how do we handle that? I think my main surprise in this session was that even though I work in this area, I'm still surprised at the kinds of errors that are made. In particular, in this case, in the OT or IoT systems, it's still at a very basic level of security. So it seems like this industry has not really taken security serious, or they're still coming to grips with this internet. Everything has to be on the internet. So the IoT thought, they're still trying to get to grips with that. They're still working on it, but there's a lot of work to be done. So the things that fail and break in that community is that was actually a surprise to me. That it's still at that very basic level, even though they've had 20, 30 years to prepare for this.